Hi, I'm Bill, the Knee Pain Guru. Welcome to today's video, Monday, July 1st, and we're going to talk today about how to relieve knee pain from arthritis in the knee. If you have comments or questions, I will be answering them after this short presentation, so please put those in the comment section. You can ask those questions and I will address those here shortly. Make sure to give the video a thumbs up, like and subscribe to my channel, as well as turn on notifications for future videos. I use the topics that you put in the comments section for future videos. So the more questions you ask, the more content I have to share with you in future videos. So we're going to get into now on how to relieve knee pain from arthritis in the knee. It's important to get on the same page. Not all arthritis is created equal. It's very important to understand. There's a few things that I've identified as far as differentiations with arthritis, knee joint arthritis specifically. Some people have had arthritis longer than others. Some people it's only been a few weeks, maybe a few months. Others have had arthritis for a few decades. That's going to be drastically different in terms of looking at and understanding how to relieve knee pain from arthritis in the knee. So we have to put this in perspective as to what you have going on with arthritis in your knee. If you've only had it for a few weeks or a few months, it's going to be different. It's going to be a different conversation than someone who's had knee pain for decades, not only physically, but also psychologically, because you've been doing a lot of things wrong for a long time that doesn't work. So the person that's had pain for decades is going to be in this mindset that nothing works. In actuality, if you've been doing the wrong things for decades, well, yeah, you're right. Nothing you've tried has worked. So we have to keep that in perspective. The next piece is arthritis develops in different areas of the knee joint differently. So depending on how you sit, how you stand, how you walk, different areas of the knee joint begin to wear. Some people have arthritis on the outside of the knee. Some people have arthritis on the inside of the knee. Some people have arthritis on the outside of the knee in front of the knee joint. Some people have arthritis on the inside of the knee and back of the knee joint. So depending on the patterns that are going on in your knee, in your legs, in your hips, in your lower back, you're going to have arthritis in different areas of your knee. And this, of course, you've gone to the doctor, you're going to have a diagnosis. They're going to give you an indication of the location of where the arthritis is developing. That is going to be some information that will draw into the equation to understand what to do as far as a strategy to how to get you out of pain. And another thing you can do is look at the wear patterns in your shoes. Take the comfy shoes, the shoes that you wear all the time, good pair of sneakers or flats or whatever you wear, turn them over and you're going to see the different wear patterns in the bottoms of the shoe. That's going to be an indication of what's going on higher up in your knee joint as well as in your hips and your lower back. So no, this isn't only a knee issue. Arthritis in the knee isn't only a knee issue. We have issues going on in other parts of your body that are contributing to the arthritis that you're dealing with in your knee. So relieving pain in the knee, arthritis in the knee, is going to be more than just looking at the knee. And it's going to be in different areas of the knee as well. And then the next thing I've identified is different people have different levels of commitment to relieving the pain in their knee. If you've been in pain for a long time, or you've been in pain for a few weeks or a few months, your level of commitment to changing the habits, changing the patterns in your body as well as in your life that are creating the pain in your knee is going to be different. Somebody in their 80s or 90s who's been having the same poor diet their entire life, who've been having these same patterns that have been going on in their body, is going to have more of a difficult time to change what's going on as far as addressing the arthritis than, let's say, somebody in their 40s. Just the reality of it. So in order to relieve the pain, you have to look at more than just the knee. We have to look at the whole picture in order to get you the desired outcome that you want. So those are important components to understand as a foundational aspect before we even get into the conversation of how to relieve the pain in your knee from arthritis. Now we go on to the definition of arthritis, which is stiff, achy joints. And the Arthritis Foundation will say on their website, it indicates that 50% of all people by the time they're 80 years old will have arthritis in their knee, stiff, achy joints. They'll be diagnosed with arthritis. And if you look at your doctor's diagnosis, you can ask them for that after you leave your appointment. You get the paperwork. Just left the doctor's office. The doctor has to write notes. That's crucial for it. And you will see arthritis, and we'll say dehydrated joint. Dehydrated joint. So that means the joint doesn't have enough water. From a basic fundamental level, simple fundamental level, the joint is dehydrated, which means it doesn't have enough lubrication and it begins to wear. So when the joint begins to wear, it begins to rub and irritate nerves. And if you look at an X-ray, a CT scan, an MRI of a knee joint with arthritis, it looks like battery acid in the joint. That's because the body doesn't have enough water. This gets back into the hydration component. The body doesn't have enough water to lubricate the joint. So first and foremost, we need to begin. This is getting into the actual steps of how to relieve knee pain from arthritis. So we have to increase the water intake. And not only increase the water intake, what you're already drinking, and this is not coffee, this is not tea, this is not soda. This is water. Drinking water is important. Our body's supposed to be comprised of 80% water. And if it drops below that level, it goes to other areas to make sure we can function properly. So making sure we increase the water intake is going to be helpful to set up the conditions that your body is able to get water inside the joint. Now, just because you drink more water doesn't mean that the water is going to be actually getting into the joint, because you may not have the minerals present to absorb the water into the knee joint. This is key. I will put a link to a blog post that I wrote on the original Gatorade. And if you're drinking water and it looks like you're running to the bathroom every 5 minutes because you're increasing your water intake, that is a good indication that what has happened, your body does not have the ability to absorb the water from outside of the cell to inside of the cell. Ignore the background there. Summer break. Okay, so increase the water intake. Make sure your body is able to absorb the water that it is drinking. The link is over in the comments section. That is going to help you with that. It's a recipe for the original Gatorade. If you have questions, comments, put those in over on the side. The next piece you want to begin doing is begin self-application of customized movement in the knee joint to begin resetting neurological signaling. That sounds really complicated and really confusing, but all it is creating comfort. By creating comfort in the knee joint, you get the pressure off of the nerves and you begin to reset the neurological signaling that's causing the joint to be achy, to be stiff, to be swollen, to be tight, to be tender, to be painful. Whatever your description of how your knees feel, that's what we're looking to change the signaling for. And when we change the signaling by getting the pressure off of the nerve, and this is self-application, which means you do it, customized movements based on the location your knee joint is wearing, we begin to reset the neurological signaling. So I will also have a link that is going to an introductory training over at my website, The Knee Pain Guru. There's an introductory training that begins to teach you how to reset the neurological signaling, where you can do it yourself. You don't have to go to a doctor or a physical therapist. Of course, you go to them first to get a diagnosis, but after that, then you can begin to relieve the pain. We're addressing pain, stiffness, tightness, swelling, discomfort, whatever that is. We begin to reset through these the self-application of customized movements. And then the last piece is we need to reassess, because once we create comfort in the knee, the pain can shift, the pain can change, the pain can move. And we have to look back at the knee to go, well, where is it different? How is it different? How has it shifted? How has it changed? And when we do that, we're going to see these patterns begin to change in your knee as well as in your body. Like we were talking about the wear patterns on the bottoms of your shoes and how it connects with your feet, your ankles, your shins, your calves, your hamstrings, your quads, your hips, your lower back. These all play a role in what's going on with your knees. So we begin to reassess, because each time we look at the knee, we have to look at it with fresh eyes. We have to understand that every time we create comfort and we reset the neurological signaling, while we make sure that the body has enough water to get into the knee joint, then what ends up happening is we start to undo the years of abuse that have taken place in the knee. So it sounds complicated. It's actually pretty simple. We create comfort. We look at how that comfort has changed what's going on in the knee, and then reapply comfort in a different way. And we wash, rinse, repeat. We're doing the same thing over and over based on how your body is responding to experiencing comfort. So your next step, make sure you go over and get the recipe for the original Gatorade. That is in the comments section. You also have take the introductory training, my 7-day knee pain reduction challenge. That is on my website, thekneepainguru.com. And what that is going to do is begin to teach you how to begin to create those customized movements in your knee. This is all going to be based on how your knee hurts. Okay, I put those 2 links in the comments section. If you have questions, there's a few people live here on the call. If you have questions, please ask those in the comments section over on the side, and I will address those. If you have questions about knee pain, arthritis, your diagnosis, your doctor, physical therapy, exercise, stretching, whatever you're dealing with, please ask those in the comments section. Once again, I will address those here on the call or here on the video, as well as I use that for content on future videos, because not everybody's knee pain affects them in the same way. Not everybody has had the same experience as far as knee pain. You have people that have sprained their knee, and you have people who have had double knee replacement surgery, and they're drastically different experiences as far as pain in the knee goes. Okay, I don't see any questions coming through. That's all right. I'm going to wrap it up. Next video is probably not going to be Thursday this week because we have the 4th of July. I will put a comment in there, a I'll type in a post that'll let you know when the next video is, most likely in a week. This is Bill Pervano, the Knee Pain Guru. Thanking you so much for being here. Have a great day. Have a great week. And I will see you on the next video.